along the shore over here. Put my GoPro on. Look how clean this water is. We're trying to get to this camping spot before anybody else. We're a little bit late. It's Friday, so there could be somebody at this spot. We're gonna find out though. I have a feeling it's taken, but we'll find out here. And it is not taken. There we go. We got the spot. Yay! All right. Well, we got the spot. It's raining. That's fine. It'll clear up a little bit. Well, hello everybody. We are back camping again. In this video, we're going to be camping for 3 nights here. We're not sure if we're going to stay at this spot or if we're going to move around, but I mean, this spot's pretty beautiful. We can't ask for anything better than this. Now, we had the rush to get here. It was actually pretty crazy. Now, when we left the house, we left in such a rush that I accidentally left the hatch of my truck open on the backside of my Pathfinder. About a kilometer down the road, some of my bags fell out of the car onto the road, and luckily someone behind us was honking their horn and, you know, trying to get our attention. And luckily they did, because I would have been here with no clothes. So thank you, whoever that was. The weather's a little bit rainy, but that's fine. It's not raining right now, and the weather's only going to get better as the time goes on. We're going to set up camp and get some firewood, and then yeah. Well, they built a little staircase. Man, are we ever lucky to get this spot. I need to put some rain gear on, because I'm getting soaked here. Looks like they even gave us some firewood. I think there was a fire up on the hill a few weeks ago. I'm just approaching it. I'm gonna go get some firewood, but we'll see what's up there right now. A couple weekends ago, there was a forest fire in this exact spot from a camper that didn't put out their fire. It only takes a second to put out your fire, but it seems that people just don't learn from this. So every year we always have people who don't put out their fires, and it ends up in huge forest fires. So thank you to all the firemen who were able to put this fire out. Good job, guys. All right, I think we got some good firewood here. Some chunks of cedar, some fir. I think we did pretty good. Well, tonight we're sleeping in here. Put a mattress in there, it'll be perfect. Tonight it's chicken for dinner. Some cauliflower rice. All right, the chicken's done. Oh yeah, look at that. Chicken, cauliflower rice, and kale salad. All right, we're gonna take a look at this bridge. Wow, the water's so clear here. It looks shallow, but it's actually really deep. Well, we've been here probably about 4 hours or so, and no one's showed up. No one's driven by. It's just empty. No one's camping. We're the only ones that are anywhere around here for miles. Yeah, there's nobody out here. We thought for sure someone was going to be at this spot, but we got licorice. Well, it's the end of the first day. Today was actually a really successful day. We actually got the spot that we didn't think we were going to get. We rushed out here and almost lost all my clothing in the process. We for sure thought there was going to be somebody here, but there wasn't. No one has actually shown up. So for tomorrow, I think we're going to stay here. We were planning on moving around campsite to campsite, but I think it might be best if we stayed here. Well, we're just going to chill out here, enjoy the fire, and we're going to see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Sleeping in the Pathfinder is, I give it a 5 out of 10. Let's put it that way. But it's nice and quick. You don't have to set up a tent, so it could be worse. Well, today is a lot nicer day. The sun's come out. It's not rainy anymore, and we got beautiful sunshine, and the river is nice and clear, and the sun's shining through. So I guess we'll start our day probably eating some breakfast and maybe go for a little adventure along the river or across the river and see what's out in that path down there. Maybe check out whatever's along the shore over here. All right, we'll get some water here. Use the water for dishes and things like that. Man, this water's clean and clear. Holy cow. So we've had some requests to show off how we make coffee here. What we do is we use an AeroPress. So it comes as a unit. This is the lid. You have a cup. You have a funky stir stick. And essentially what you're doing is you're kind of injecting the water through a filter. So you get these filters, and you plug one of these on to here. And then that screws into here. What you do is you put your coffee into there. 1 scoop. Comes with a scooper. So take your 1 scoop of coffee, stick it in there. And then you got to level it off. Put it above the cup. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fill it with water, and this unit injects the water through the filter. All right, so we put the water in there without spilling, right to the top. Then the instructions say to stir the coffee with the funky stir stick. So now you just press this. You don't have to push too hard. Add a little bit of weight to it, and it'll just push the coffee right through. And that's it. And there you go. You have a nice, beautiful cup of coffee. That's how we make coffee here on site with the AeroPress. Works pretty good. It's probably going to be super hot, but all right, look what we got here. Kat made a beautiful charcuterie board. We got cherries and salmon, pickles, cheese, hummus, some smoked oysters. A nice drink right in front of the beautiful view of the river. Wow, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is awesome. All right, let's walk to the other side here. It's pretty shallow here, which shouldn't be too difficult. Water's pretty cold, not gonna lie. It's nice though, nice and hot. So the weather is gonna be even hotter tomorrow. Whoop. Whoop. That's not that bad. All right. All right, let's check out what's going on up here. What is on this side? Probably not much, but looks like when the river's really strong, it pushes up here. But sometimes you never know what you can find. These little, I don't even know what to call this, a river gully. There's a big tree here that's washed down. And it gets into the forest there. It's been a while since the river was this high, I think. And this water's clear. Look how clean this water is. This is ridiculous. Man, that is the perfect spot to jump in. It might have to happen. One sec. Oh, that's nice. That was absolutely excellent. That water is so clean and so clear and so cold and so refreshing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's about 20, it's got to be at least 20 feet deep here. Oh, cats picked their line through the river. Tomorrow I got some good ideas for this river. We're going to do some good GoPro stuff in the river. Show you how deep this spot actually goes down. It looks at least 25 feet deep. A lot of this water, it's coming from this mountain up here. There's still snow up there, and we're in the last week of June, first week of July coming up. There's still snow up there. All you hear out here is the sound of the birds and the water. So relaxing. I think this takes the cake for the cleanest river I've ever been in. This water is absolutely crystal clear. There's no slime in the rocks, or it's just so clean. Well, you can see there was a big old goat tree that fell down there. Bet you that's 8 feet wide from where I'm standing. All right, we'll make it our way back to the campsite. Well, good morning, everybody. It's the start of day 3. Last night was a pretty fun night. We ate some burgers, and I managed to get some really good pictures of the stars. So for today, we're going to put some sunscreen on. The weather's all cleared up. There's not a cloud in sight, and it's going to be a hot one. Well, this weather is a major contrast from the last time we were here. The last time we were here it was in the winter time, and it was raining really hard. We had to dig trenches near our tents, and yeah, this is quite the opposite. All right, well, I've made a little contraption here to look under the water. Just put my GoPro onto a piece of cedar, and we'll try it out. Hopefully, well, let's just test it here. Is it going to float? Oh yeah, no problem. Maybe I should send that down the river, and you get the full view of the rapids. The sun is up, and you can see right through the river, super clear right now, and you can actually see the mountain that it's all coming from up here. All that runoff from the snow is keeping this river still pretty high with water. Usually you'd see the water receding quite a bit, but I think this recedes quite a bit more once all that snow is gone. All right, let's have a look what's under this water here. we'll use the camera with the stick, and I'm gonna dive down there and see what's under the water. All right, I think I got to send the stick down the river again. That looked pretty cool. I wonder what the footage looks like. We're gonna do it one more time. This time I'm gonna let it run all the way through. The waterproof GoPro case came with this pink filter, which kind of makes the blues a little bit more, I don't know, maybe vibrant. I've used it in the past and it makes the water look really cool. So we'll try it out going down the river. Well, it didn't work as perfectly as I expected, but I think it's going to be good because it did a little turnaround, so we'll see. Well, that was a really fun day at the river. Man, today the weather has been so good. Can't ask for any better weather than this. So tonight I'm looking forward to the stars coming out. I'm going to take some more pictures of the stars. We're going to eat some steaks tonight, and we'll see what else happens. Scrabble time. Well, it's the last evening on our camping trip. We're just enjoying the last little bits of sun that's left. You can see this beautiful view right now. All the mountains around us. So I think we're gonna cook some dinner. We decided on steak and pasta for tonight. So we'll cook a steak on the fire. And then I think the sun's gonna go down and I'm gonna try and get some amazing pictures of the stars. Last night was pretty spectacular for the Milky Way. And I imagine with today's weather even being better, that we'll probably be able to see the Milky Way even stronger. So there's quite a big tree just up the road here. We're gonna check it out. Well, it doesn't look like there's a path from what we can see. Here's a trail. Hold on, I just want to see. Hey, this looks like a trail. Oh yeah. I bet you this goes right to that tree. All right, we found the path for this tree. But I think we're gonna do it tomorrow. I think it would be better because we just don't have the proper footwear and stuff right now. So we'll do it tomorrow. This has got to be one of the most scenic bridges on Vancouver Island. What an absolutely spectacular view you have at this bridge. You can see all the way down this river. Set, and we're just getting ready for the stars. All right, let's take some shots of the stars. We're finally here. Let's do this. I'm here beside my camera, looking at the stars right now. Let's take a picture. All right, let's take a look at this picture. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool, actually, to tell you the truth. Good morning, everybody. Last night was really good. We were able to see the stars in the Milky Way all throughout this valley. I got some really amazing pictures. We didn't end up eating the steak last night, so I think we're gonna cook it for breakfast today. Probably go for another swim in this beautiful cold river while we have still a chance to do it right now. So it's our last day, so we're gonna pack up all of our stuff and probably have one last swim and then head our home. So yeah. Well, it's the next day, and as promised, we're gonna go check out this tree. We found the path yesterday, so I'm just gonna go follow it. There's a tree there. All right, where's the path? I think this is it. This is the spot we were at yesterday. Okay. I don't even know if this is an actual path. Maybe. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh wow. That's a big sucker. Wow. Well, I'll show you how big this tree is. Here's me, and this is this tree. Looks like a Douglas fir tree. Look how big this tree is. Just sitting in the middle of nowhere. It's definitely broken off the top for sure. That's a pretty cool little spot here. You just never know what you're gonna find when you just look. All right, I gotta get out of here. The flies are getting insane. I don't think anyone's actually come here in a long time. There's no path, it's just this tree. I mean, it's so close to the road, and you would think people would actually come here, but they don't. Now, how do we get back? Well, I'd say that deserves a swim in the river. Well, you can see the tree. It's the one right there, that big one. That's the one we were at. So it's pretty close to where we are. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, send us a comment. I'd love to know where you guys are from. This is a small channel. I'm trying to grow it. I'm enjoying making these videos. I have a goal of 200 subscribers by the end of the year. And we'll see you on the next one.